up like Goku. Just left Nobu, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Big dog from the Totoro told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm on a trip. Look at my VIP. I snack at my. Won't break, won't miss. Rich took his check out. We talking start like ball high, pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm gonna miss. My daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Bro, I'm godlike, I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro, they tryna me. That's the wrong way, back your buddy, if you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I can turn auntie into a I'm in the S5 facing comfy, cause I can't name that got burn me, dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they're not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. You look at this Colt defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Eluding the pressure right. Pass complete. Roma Dunze. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 31. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Play action. Now Williams on the move to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trey McBride, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
The 2 is going to change things up.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And they've stopped them on the first 2 downs. Obviously, this is an important play coming up here. I think it's more so for the guys on defense because if they stop them here, I think they've set the tone for the entire game, how difficult it's going to be.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Elijah Molden.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Running left, Taylor.
Gets around him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
To throw, it's Williams. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trey McBride
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
From the gun, it's Tua.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
To about the 26 here. The Colts had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Here's Tua. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So it's a sloppy beginning for them. An interception on their opening drive, and now a missed field goal here on drive number 2.
Doesn't feel like they've shown up yet. It's been a very flat start, and against a team like this, you just can't let that happen.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Working out of the gun, Williams.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Flowers going to go in motion right. Williams from the gun on third down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Tua sets up to pass it. Cook makes the catch on the out route. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Tua going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Buying time to his left. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. Throwing is Williams. Forced out to his left. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. And now an audible here into something else. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, Williams. Flushed out right.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw is Williams. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Now Tua. Being chased out left. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Ready.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued. Let's go.
Here's Guerrero on first down. Down to the 42, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Back to Taylor on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Smith will come in motion right. Williams with a little touch pass forward. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Let's go now.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
To the air, Williams steps away. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here we go, sack.
Throw caught by Flowers. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 3 quarters have come and gone. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. And now they'll shift things around. Here's Williams. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Open man, Westbrook-Akine. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
It's 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming. but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And he's got some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Another try for Guerrero. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Williams with a little touch pass forward. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Colts going to use the 1st of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Taylor is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Blankenship out for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not good.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jags, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.